Hello, hello, everyone. What is up? We'll fix that in post. No worries on it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us in the stream chat. Krell, Crackerjack, Pancreas, and shout out to Stan Icavelli. He's one of our lifetime members. Vinny, Bad News to Cruz. Milestar, Rehab. He's right there. Kenny M. and Galloping Mom is in the stream chat. That's my mom, everybody. Say hello. Hello, Mother. Thank you for being here. Digit and Dennis. Clover Shroom. The Dubs Club. Roger. Anonymous. Elwood Blues joining us. You see Elwood on the keyboard. Talent, I tell you. A-Train, Starcourt Arcade, and Dr. Cool Milk, and Jimbo Slice, and Lord BBH, and King. He's right there. Mama Waffles in the stream chat.
Hi, Mom.
Old School Paul and Tracy. What is up? Casey Spoon. Thank you for being here. Mini Beach. He's right there. Todd and Black Atlas. Rehab working on his challenge card. Tracy looking for a challenge card. More challenge cards coming. We had a few go out recently. We'll see what the progress is soon. Bullmaster. He's right there. We've had a lot of people coveting those challenge cards. Still not everybody in that level 2 challenge card phase yet. Waffles, we should put together a list of who's still level 1 challenge card. Who's still on their level 1 challenge card? Really? There is only one player that received a card that has no challenges completed. Miserable garbage. Thank you, man. Oh, you wouldn't believe me. What is up? Dr. Sage, still a lowly level 1. What is going on? Unbelievable that a gamer of the year can't. There's gamers of the year, and there's gamers of the decade, and then there's like the number 1 arcade token holder. I figured we'd be seeing a level 4 or level 5 card by now. Dr. Sage, don't be savoring these. There's more. The higher level, oh, they'll be better. Those will be the savory cards, are much higher, much more enjoyable. Elser, what is up? Bad news. I have an easy solution if you miss being here. And this holds true for everybody if you miss being here. Come on, everybody knows the answer. Waffles, when I miss being here, I walk on through those doors. I come on in. Tracy, it's here. Come on out. Jumping General, happy Monday to you. Red Eyes, what is up? Sonic Games. Bad news. Tell your friend Mike we say hello. Chip Foose checking in from Brazil. What is up, man? He helped us out with, I believe, some Guardians of the Hood artwork. Am I correct on that? Nick, what is up? We've had people, so many people asking, when's the second and third floor going up? You know, that is quite the undertaking. We're working on it. It is so much more. Many, many millions to get that done. But then there's other issues that we have to 10-2 on that. So we're working on it. It will happen. Stupendous. Unfortunately, Brookfield is limiting us to 3 floors so far. Vegeta, we'll do it. We'll do it. It's not even a question of will we do it. It's just when. When will we get it done? Tracy, you can't compare. You don't want to compare them. If we had 4 floors, like we do it in 1 floor. Look what we do in 1 floor. But maybe I'm wrong. I have not been to Arcade Club. They must 4 floors of games. They must have close to 6,000 arcade games. Am I correct? Tracy, if you say anything less than 6,000 arcade games on 4 floors, come on now. If it's less than that, I wouldn't be comparing. Tracy. Tracy, is it? It's not less than 1,000 though, right? Four floors, they gotta have more than us. They've got to be the largest arcade in the universe then, right? No, I'm just saying. Brucina, hello. '80s arcade kid. Hello to you. Are you ready?
Are you ready for the Monday Mystery Game?
Hey everybody, this is Doc Mac from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. Today is Monday, February 24th, 2025, and we are here with yet another Monday Mystery Game, this time game number 1028. Gracing the arcade floor last week. After a little bit of technical difficulties, we managed to roll out Marvel Land, released from Namco back in 1989. Played this one so much on the Sega Genesis. Seems like with its bright and cutie style art style that this game would be easy, but it is not. We didn't see anybody get too terribly far. I know I've seen a few people on it this weekend. So awesome to see that. Hope everybody enjoyed Marvel Land. As we are getting closer, game number 1030. Currently, we have today's game, 1028, 1029, and then the following week we'll be kind of shifting things up on Monday Mystery. Going to the Monday Mystery Vault series because we're out of space. Still will be here every Monday, but the games will probably be gone by next Monday. So a little bit more of a rotation. As always, there'll be something new here. And you know, there might still be a original Monday Mystery Series game thrown in here and there. There's some games we got coming in right now that I can't see just having them here for a short time. So we'll make something happen. But as far as a weekly basis, you're going to get some stuff kind of in and out. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. Sometimes maybe you'll get 2 games in a week. Maybe you'll see not just a Monday mystery game, but maybe it'll be a Wednesday mystery game. Who knows how we're going to do it? It'll be interesting to see who's coming out for them. It's going to be interesting to see how many games in a week you might see at one point. Well, we'll see. It'll be good. It'll be good. Arcade Wars running this month on Metal Slug. Let's see how we're doing. A lot of arcades in there. The One Up Arcade out in Brisbane. The Underground Retrocade, the High Score Arcade, Garcade, and Chaos Bar. All vying in, and I believe One Up Arcade is qualified and are currently wrecking both High Score and us. We'll see. Still early, though. It's the 24th. What am I talking about? The month's almost over. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll creep back up in there. We've got some great Metal Slug players, but I don't know. They haven't been playing any Metal Slug lately. Thanks to everybody. Last Thursday, we did a walk-around stream. The talent, GGA Jeremiah, getting a week off of playing anything. He'll be back this week. Thank you, everybody that turned up for that stream. That was a lot of fun. A great turnout for it. We had got to show off some cabinets. Did a fair amount of streaming this last week. We did the Thursday stream. We did a Sunday morning stream here at the arcade. We got those new seats for Line of Fire Sega game. And just very, very not a well-known game. But it bothered me. We got that great cabinet for it, and it's missing the seats. Found a guy out of state who had a cabinet that he was no board in it, so we were able to get the seats for it. They were completely rusted. We sanded them all down. New paint, new felt on them. They're looking beautiful, and it's amazing to see that cabinet 100% now and looking great. And it's one of those things, it doesn't matter if it's a game that every person in here knows or just some obscurities like that. We try our best to make sure these games are as original as possible, and those seats were just that little thing. It's kind of like, what was that? Laser Ghost. We got seats for those too eventually. How awesome is that? How awesome that we can make them as original as possible like that. The seats had the backs broken off of them, And we 3D printed new backs to them, so they're looking great. So hope everybody checks it out in the bunker expansion, as we call it. So go check those out. We did a stream on that. Then on Sunday, we also did a Galloping Ghost Kaiju Kobo stream. So thank you, everybody that turned up for that. Talking about the Godzilla model kit wing of Galloping Ghost. And then, Friday mystery game. Evil Dead from Spooky Pinball going onto the Galloping Ghost Pinball floor. The LE with that topper of Cheryl coming out of the floorboards. So good. She's down in the cellar waiting for you. Such a great game. Playing it for a few days before we added it to the pinball floor, and I gotta say, instantly, absolutely love the game. Huge Evil Dead fan. Was a cinematography-wise, that movie had a lot of influence on Dark Presence for sure. As well, just a lot of things about that movie referenced by many of the people within the Dark Presence camp. So pretty cool to have Evil Dead Pinball. I gotta say, I've been absolutely loving it. I haven't enjoyed a pinball machine that much since probably Godzilla, and I'm hearing everybody say the same thing. It's amazing. It is one of those games that it comes out, it's like, oh wait, this is something really special. Not only a great IP, but a great playing pin, and everything about it done very well. Our first spooky game, and I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. And maybe I'll take a glance at some of their older games too. Well, maybe. Very happy with the way. There's a lot of modes. They did one update so far, and the artwork on the cabinets, the call-outs done by Bruce Campbell himself, just phenomenal package, and very happy to have it on the pinball floor. Our 47th game. Before that, we've been putting out. Every machine down there is a pretty knockout machine. Godzilla, Medieval Madness. Pretty serious lineup of games down there. Here's an image of the line of fire chairs. We can take a look at those. Put new felt on them. And that's how it was. I played this once, I believe, in a mall in Chicago Ridge. And I don't specifically remember the chairs being like that. But very, very cool to have that back being 100%. We have coming up Swap Meet, video game or arcade and video game related items going up at our Swap Meet on March 15th down at Galloping Ghost Productions, the offices. We still have tables available. We're going to have a lot of stuff, a lot of rarities out for everybody to partake of. Some rare boards, maybe a cabinet or two. And still space if you're looking to get a table and sell your video game and arcade-related merchandise. So come on out for that. March 15th. We haven't done one in a bit. We figured since Productions is cleaned up from Kaiju days, why not? It's time to do it. We have coming up also on March 22nd, Hype Man himself, Josh, is running his next Bloody Wars. This time in Tekken 7, I believe it's going on at the venue in Brookfield, just down the street on Ogden. Awesome that Josh is running these tournaments. We got so many people, oh, when are you going to get back running tournaments? Eventually, we won't be quiet about it when we're running our next fighting game tournament. But until then, Bloody Wars, keeping the FGC practiced up. So make sure you're checking it out. March 22nd, Tekken 7. We've got so many things filling up on the calendar. We just confirmed G-Fest, and what else we got? Combo Breaker. Dark Presence will be at Combo Breaker. Very excited for that. And C2E2 as well. So that is going to be, it's going to be busy next few months. A lot of events, a lot of places you'll be able to try out some Dark Presence. The team down at Production's been working diligently, getting the game even more polished. I know a lot of people, I've been getting so many people asking about the documentary from Year of the Phoenix, Ghost Lord's Quest for Dark Presence. I don't have many answers on that. You got to hit up Craig over at Year of the Phoenix for that. I'm anxious to see it too. I haven't even seen a cut of it yet. So seeing what Craig has produced, I'm sure it'll be amazing, but anxious to see it myself. So looking forward to it. But definitely C2E2, G-Fest, Combo Breaker, and a few others. So stay tuned for more details on that. We have so many things going on. We want to take a minute and give a huge shout out to the one and only Bullmaster. Happy birthday, man. It's a pillar of the community, to say the least. And he's here. He's here on his birthday. And the largest arcade in the world. Really appreciate you coming out, man. So thank you, man. It's great seeing people celebrate birthdays or any event here at the arcade. We always appreciate that. I know Bullmaster, every time he comes out, there's some new scores going in. So since we're talking about scores, why don't we summon forth the greatest Mortal Kombat 9 smoke player of all time, is GGA Tommy Waffles. We're still adding in claps and people cheering and causing a ruckus.
The laugh track.
Tom, how are the scores?
How's the mic? I sound loud. Maybe I finally hit puberty. All right. We have a couple scores. Actually, more than a couple. It's kind of a big week. We're going to start off with one that wasn't actually done in this last week. It was actually done a few weeks ago. But we were busy doing hard at work, adjudicating, making sure everything going in was all good according to code. Claudio Capello coming at you guys with a new Crazy Taxi House High, around $77,000. That run is getting to be around. I think it's north of an hour and a half. It's basically like a pseudo cardio workout. It's kind of crazy. Very, very, very good stuff from Claudio. Expecting maybe some action on. It's got shades of Emergency Call possibly. I believe maybe created on the same engine or something. So maybe he'll be tackling that on his next visit out. But I just wanted to go over that because he kind of missed the mark on last week's segment, but I wanted to make sure that we gave him a shout out because that's a very, very outstanding score. Next up, speaking of Emergency Call, we're going to go ahead and hit up Mr. Andrew Ayahuasco, no strangers to this segment. He's actually got a couple. So, as alluded to last week, of course, Andrew is upping that Emergency Call ambulance. Still not a 1cc, I don't believe, but we are getting there. And a new House High and Strategy X, sniping that from Steven Lucas. Got a little head-to-head battle going on between the two Gaudis, former Gaudis right there. So, always good stuff from Andrew. Next up, we have got Norbert Vale coming at you guys with a score in Final Fight Revenge. Haven't seen too much action on this game in a bit.
No. Not in a while.
Not in a while, but got it last Monday. So very, very good stuff to Norbert. Still think he's got some challenge card stuff to do as well. So maybe taking a little break from the challenge card stuff was a little challenging. I hear something. Something's going on. Hear a loud buzzing. We'll get someone on that right away. And last but not least, oh, there we go. It's gone. We've got Mr. John Liming. Liming comes into town. He gives us a little heads up. He lets us know what he's going to be playing, and you already know he's going to put up some monster scores. So we got Riding Fight, Treasure Diver, and Vapor Trail. Now there's one score missing. John, if you were watching, we still have to go over it. It is quite a lengthy run. And as you guys know, I do like to watch these videos and try to learn as much as I can from these runs. So that'll be up next week. That Treasure Diver is a hilarious game. It is... for those of you that don't know, I believe it debuted at T20 in 2023, something like that.
People might not recognize Taikai Sagashi.
Okay, there we go.
No, wait. Kaitai Takara Sagashi.
Okay. Also known as Treasure Diver. It's actually, if you guys are familiar with the game Lunar Rescue, one of my favorites, I thought I'd like this game because it's got similar attributes to it, but there are like 4 little treasures you have to try to fish up as you, plunge to the ocean depths, dodging sharks or shooting sharks as well. But on every single board, one of the 5 treasures is going to kill you, and there's no way of knowing. John was able to get through at least like 4 or 5 boards and finally succumbed to the... Actually, I think he died to a shark, but that was like a 45-minute run. You know, these guys are on these games. The endurance, the execution that's required from some of these players, it's really, really cool stuff to see. So just wanted to give a little tidbit about that game. That's very, very cool. And always good seeing John. He's coming out, make a little trip. And, yeah, that's going to be it, I believe.
All right. Tom, how was the weekend?
Weekend was pretty good. We pretty busy actually. Very very busy Saturday. At both arcade and pinball. Pinball got a lot of action. Evil Dead.
Evil Dead bringing the people in.
Yeah, first one in Chicagoland area, I believe. First publicly available Evil Dead available at Galloping Ghost Pinball. So if you guys can't wait, get on over there. As mentioned before, gorge-looking pin. I'm not personally a pin guy, but, I mean, you can't really not. And it's really, really cool, sick pin. Definitely worth checking out at least once. That shaker motor goes hard. That whole thing is pretty crazy. But, yeah, no, pretty much, normal.
Handle that, and the changes that brings, it lightens up some of the workload of where's this cabinet going to go. But then it adds more of a workload of we're going to be streaming more. We're going to be doing. It opens up what games we can put out on Monday because we can put a pretty large game out on a Monday if it's not for too long. Check, test. How's that? Better? I can't tell if that noise in the background is my tinnitus or all the noises you hear are upsetting, and all the noises, when you don't hear noises here, those can also be concerning too. But the Vault Series is coming up. But today, we have game number 1028. How is this tarped well? I'm already not liking this tarping. It's great. All right. Smooth as butter, they say. Your Monday mystery game number 1028 is none other than Flame Gunner. I love the silence putting out a game that nobody knows what it is. It sounds like it's a shmup. I hear people saying, oh, it's a shmup. It's a shmup. No, this is not a shmup. Picture, what could we say it's like? Maybe a little bit like, 3D Cabal almost. 3 characters to choose from. This release from Gaps Inc. in association with Tecmo back in 1999. A little bit like Cannon Spike. A little bit of Spawn action, I guess. Not as open as Spawn. Yeah. On the Taito GNet hardware. It's Bullmaster's birthday. Let's have Bullmaster up first. Bullmaster, happy birthday, man. Great seeing you, man. Thank you for coming out, man.
Love it, Doc. So I'm 45 today, but every time I come here, it's like I'm a teenager again. So love it. That's all I did growing up in the teenage years, playing arcades. Played through Line of Fire today. The seats are amazing. You guys did a great job on that. So just thankful to be here and appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Have you ever played Flame Gunner?
I haven't, but I'm so excited about this one. I love these types of games, and it looks amazing. So can't wait to try it out.
I know. You're Desert Assault. You're all over the place with what you like. And I wanted to we're wrapping up on the standard Monday mystery game, so I wanted something that you might kind of dig. And I don't know. Anxious to see what you think of it.
Yeah, same here. It looks really good, and excited to try it out.
Thank you, man. So it is. Three characters to choose from. 3-button. You've got grenades, you've got your regular fire, and you've got a dive button. The green button is the dive button. A little bit of some forced camera angles. If you hold the shot button, you'll stay firing the direction you're pointing in. Takes a little bit of time to get used to the controls. So, like, you have to kind of walk and shoot until you lock your gun onto somebody. And once you see the reticle line up, there he goes. There's a quick fire mechanic. And then there are quite a few items to pick up. There's a weapon power-up, which does more damage. And then, of course, health and, of course, more bombs. There's a combo chaining system. So if you keep walking up and to the right, the camera will change. But you've got to get pretty far into the screen. Oh, those grenades. Here comes the armored vehicle. Boss fights. Oh no! 53% through the level. It definitely takes a few playthroughs to get used to how the reticle system works.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. Looking forward to putting some more time on this. I'll come back to this one.
Awesome, man. Thank you, man. Happy birthday, man. Who's stepping up next? King! King, have you ever heard of... I know you haven't played this.
No.
Have you heard of it?
No. New to me. Definitely new to me. Never seen this in my entire life. Never.
Outrageously rare. This is one that I was anxious to track down. It took quite a while. I saw one in Japan long ago and actually missed out on it on auction. And fortunate enough to pick one up. And as the Vault series creeps up. This is one I was really looking forward to spending a bit of time on. It is unique. Play control can be clunky at first. You have to kind of like get used to how the guns work, where firing you'll kind of if you go left to right, your reticle will go through, and as soon as you lock on an enemy, if you hold the button down, you'll lock onto that enemy and keep shooting them until they're done. But if you're holding you don't want to hold the gun on shooting nothing. You want to keep kind of swiping the stick until you get something locked on. There he goes. And then when you're firing, you can kind of cut through other enemies, even though you aren't not locked on. 97,600. I think this one, it's got some learning curve to it. What'd you think?
It definitely has some learning kick at all costs. I definitely need to give it another try. That was getting used to the gun mechanic on the game. It's gonna take some time for that because it was a little confusing. But that's why we have second chances. But I'll be back on it.
All right. Who's stepping up next? Rehab Submarine stepping up. I know he's working on his challenge card. What are you working on right now?
Screw loose.
How's that going?
Not well. It's a very hard score because it's second on the card. So it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get up to that.
Who's currently in second on that card?
Oh, Andrew.
Andrew? Andrew's having all sorts of problems with Road Blaster.
Yeah, I know, but it's going to be a tough one to beat, I think.
But you don't have to surpass the first score on the card.
Correct, yes.
All right. I bet you, and that's the last on your card.
I have a bunch of set of scores, but yeah, I mean, it's the only one that really matters at this point, yeah.
All right. I would imagine it's going to happen soon. We'll see. Andrew, how do you feel about your screw loose score?
It's only second place right now. Chloe's got the record, but he's got to edge my score out for his challenge card. My score is a good score. 124 I thought was a really good score.
Are you giving him any tips?
Not really. He doesn't need it. His previous score was just barely below mine, so I don't think he needs any help.
If he asked, would you give it to him?
Yeah, as much as I could. I mean,
how good is that?
What's up?
How good is that?
It is good. I mean, I do what I can. Anyone wants tips from me, I always there to help.
A true sportsman.
Yeah, I do what I can. I've helped King get some scores, so why not?
I appreciate that. That's awesome. I wouldn't give him. I don't give any tech.
I wouldn't give Stephen Lucas tech.
Oh, Andrew, no. Fair. All right. I think Rehab getting on point with how this is controlling. He's locking on those enemies. As soon as it says enemy, you're locked on, and you can just hold the button down, and you can walk anywhere as long as you don't let the button go. Oh, it looks like Rehab found the dash system. There's a lot going on to this game. Clearing the first area. Get ready for the level 1 boss. Crashing through that wall. That APC. This one, you can pretty much just walk around it. Rehab probably just going to be toying with this one. Diving out of the way, styling on this APC. Flanking it. Rolling out of the way. He's got some grenades if he wants to use them, but uses one. Uses two. Stage 1 complete. Now then, you get to select which area you want to go through. How do you want to maneuver the map? Kind of like a 3D Cabal, Blood Brothers, but a much more open 3D environment. And I would say it's a little clunky overall. The controls take a little while to get used to it, but once you do, it's less than, it's not, I wouldn't say, maybe clunky is the wrong word. You have to swing your reticle over to the enemy, and it just takes a second. I know nobody's played this in the arcade. I'm going to bet nobody has played this in the arcade. Has anybody played this anywhere? I don't think there was a port of it. Miles Star Electronics saying much better, like Mitchell Corp's Gamshara. Reverend understanding played it on MAME. Seahorse saying this looks like Die Hard. This was kind of that era. Everything kind of looked like this. This was by Gaps on the Taito GNet hardware. Gaps, I believe, working with Tecmo. So this really cool, shooting up the staircases, the enemies falling at you. The nice scaling effect on them. It's pretty cool. I believe it was too short. Or no, he did it. 18 was the number. He did 2 over. Rehab, how'd you get so good at this? What's going on here? Why are you so good at this game? I agree. Twin stick would be a nice addition for this. kind of like Screw Loose. Oh, grenade landing right by him. They kind of let you know when an enemy is lining up on you. And they give you the reticle of grenades being out so you can dodge those. Finding those other camera angles. Rehab Submarine, the flame gunner prodigy from out of nowhere. The crowd looking for the 1cc already. Rehab juggling that guy down the block. Rehab, that guy wasn't even on screen. Putting that guy in corpse form, he wasn't even looking at him. Excellent out of the box run. Very impressive. $2,148,100 points. Putting those initials in. What'd you think?
I like it. You're right that the controls are clunky isn't the right word, but they're different, and that totally makes it adds a very difficult element to it. But I feel it's one of those games. If you just keep moving, you can generally kind of just survive. But no, it's a good game. I'll be back on it.
Awesome. Very impressive out of the box. We look so much to the out of box scores. They're a very telling thing. Who's stepping up next is Andrew. What is up, man?
Not much. Never heard of Flame Gunner, so this is new to me.
I love putting games that you've never heard of. You've played so many games out there.
Yeah, there's been a lot recently that I've never heard of other than them being at T20. I mean, I'm familiar with Kicker. I mean, other than the T20 games, a lot of them I didn't know. So, like, yeah, there's a Horror Story I'd never heard of. Fantasy I'd heard of. What's that other one? There's Air Galette. I'd never heard of that one. There's a few others. Andrew Dunnis I'd heard of. All right, well, I'll give it a go.
Let's see how you do. That's a fun thing. Putting people in front of new games that they've never heard of. Now, I don't know. If I had seen this in an arcade in 1999, I probably would have played this. This looks like something I would have played. Visually... Oh, no. Visually, it's got a lot of polish. Like, it looks like a very good game. Good art style. But it does. It takes a little while to get used to the controls, and it's not. I think I'm wrong in saying that it's clunky. I think it's just different and a little unexpected because the sweep of the gun. It's like they're not just going to put you right on the next target. That's the game. You gotta kind of pick your enemies in a good order. Ducking behind some cover there. Using the strafing technique to keep his gun still lined up and just kind of walking in front of enemies. It's a good strat. Stephen Lucas. I'm sure you would do fine. In 10K, saying PS1 port would have been dope, or PS2 enhanced port. P-Row, this is a conversion cabinet. The board is pretty rare. Some of the timed missions are definitely challenging. 590,600 points. King stepping back up. Prestige, not really a story on the pickup on this one. We picked up the board on auction. Actually, no, I think this was on a forum site. Somebody had the board. $296,200. Coming up on the level 1 boss. The grenades not visually that telling when you've thrown them. Oh! The life bar at the bottom for the APC. Does it? There's a quick shot that you can do that will add. You'll clear the level. You'll be at a higher level. Not a lot of documentation on this game as far as what leveling up does. Very cool that they went with changing up the levels as far as like camera angle. Here, you're shooting up kind of locked at the bottom of the screen. This more like a Gamshara, Blood Brothers, Cabal style. 24. Completing the level pretty good. Multiple routes. So this level, you're on this little cart. Enemies appearing mostly on the left and right until the end of the level. You are pretty limited in your movement. There's the exit. There's two enemies that come out at the very end. You've got to be very quick with grenades to get rid of them if you're looking to get rid of them. This level tough. You have to. It is a balance of you have to shoot those targets behind the fan blades, But there's a lot of enemies keeping you distracted. And drawing your fire. There's 4 of them on each side. 13 seconds left. He's got 3 left to take out. I don't know. Maybe he can do it. Time is up. 1,536,500. Pretty good. All right. Bullmaster stepping back up. Each character starts on a different scene. Oh, it's going to be close. Does it? There's some health. Gets that health. Working on destroying the fuel tank. Talia's bomb is pretty good. It clears out many enemies. It's a tough level. She starts on a hard one.
Yeah, really good game. I'm anxious to put more time in it to get good at it. So, yeah, really good.
Awesome, man. All right. On that, we are going to wrap things up. Hope everybody enjoys today, Monday's mystery game number 1028. Flame Gunner, released from Gaps Inc. back in 1999. Don't forget, we are going to be streaming again this Thursday with GGA Jeremiah, the talent. We're going to send everybody over to Justin Wong, who's playing some Fatal Fury, the new Fatal Fury that came out, Garo. Tell him we say hello. Tell him what you've seen here. Game looks awesome over there. So until next time, thanks everybody. This is Mac from the Galloping Ghost Arcade. We hope to see you around the arcade soon. Thanks a lot, everybody. Stupendous Man, Milestar, Elser, Dan Alcavalli, Orlando Piro, Elwood Blues. Thank you so much, man. Seahorse, Lord BBH, me, Broccoli Plan, me. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.